Interested in a Marc Jacobs tote, but have no idea which one or where to start? Watch this video to find out. Hey friends, welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Lisa, and I love to do videos on luxury handbags, shoes, ready to wear, some styling videos, and I do those things from the perspective of someone who is in the middle of her life, as well as someone who is mid-sized. So if that sounds interesting, join us here, click the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you know every time I upload a video. So today's video is all about the Marc Jacobs the tote bag. And I have many, maybe not many, I don't know what the definition of many is, but anyway, I have several, but to me several's three, I have four right now. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But we're gonna do a deep dive into the Marc Jacobs tote bags, the sizes, the materials they come in, and here's how we're gonna format this video. So, if there's a specific size that you're interested in, you can skip ahead to that one. So we're gonna go through just like a super brief, overview of all the bags at once. And then just so you know, I've got notes here. So if I look down, that's what I'm looking at. And then we're gonna go into each size bag individually and go through the following evaluation criteria or things that you might wanna know. So one, we'll go through the different materials that they come in and the prices that go with those. We'll go over the dimensions. We'll go over the different features of the bag. I'll be showing some mod shots with the different size bags. We'll do a little bit of a what fits, not a ton, otherwise this video will get super long. And I'll do some pros and cons, and then we'll wrap it up in the end. So I'm gonna quickly go over the 4 Marc Jacobs the tote bags that I have in my collection. Just so you know, I am missing one. I am missing the medium size. So I will go over that one, but I obviously will have to show you pictures of that one because I don't have that particular one in my collection. So from smallest to largest, like I said, just quick overview, you have the micro tote, which is actually the most recent size addition to the collection. So you have the micro, you have the mini, so you can see a little size comparison here. So before the micro, this was the smallest, and so this is the mini size. The next in my collection would be this north-south tote. I would say probably though the medium obviously would be next. There is no small. This is the north-south tote. So as you can see, it's a little bit taller than it is wide, especially if you push in kind of these side pockets. And then finally, this is the large. And I have to lean back here to get it all in frame, but that is what this one looks like with the top handles. So let's start off with this cute little baby version, the micro, the tote bag. And as I'm going through some of these things about this bag, I will go ahead and throw up some mod shots here as well so you can see what it looks on my frame. Just as a frame of reference, I'm just under 5 feet 7 inches tall. I am definitely a mid-size kind of curvy figure. So, keep that in mind as you see, what it looks like on my particular body frame. But the micro tote comes in at 7 inches by 4 inches by 6 inches. And it comes in obviously a variety of different materials, and I'll go over those along with the prices. Obviously this one is in this super cute, what they call their teddy fleece. And this is in the, I think it's called stone maybe color. It's kind of a gray, but a little bit of a taupey gray, I would say. And that one comes in at $225. Then they also have a leather version. I'll pop some pictures up here of the different versions. So the leather one comes in at $325. Then it also comes in sequin, which is super cute. I've seen that one in person. Those come in at $295. So this one actually comes in like a woven jacquard. It's kind of unique from some of the other ones. And that one comes in at $275. let's talk about some of the features of this bag. And a lot of these are fairly common to the other ones, so I'll note that so then when we get to the other ones, we can sort of go through pretty quickly here. So all of the ones I have, with the exception of the large, come with these shorter top handles, as you can see here. And then they all come, again, except for the large, with this adjustable, as you can see here, and removable, as you can see here, crossbody strap. None of them have feet, just FYI. And then all of them come with this zipper closure. So all the bags do have a zip top, which is great for security purposes. They all have this little strap or zipper keeper thing here. There's a magnet in this part and at the end of the zipper, which just, so they kind of hold together and tucks there, so it looks a little bit more clean, and you don't have this like tail flapping in the wind there. So all of them have, like I said, those things in common, with the exception of the large. The one thing about this particular version is that it's just one big, that's a relative word here, right? Open compartment in the middle. There are no zipper pockets on the inside. There are no slip pockets. So pretty much everything you have in here is either going to be loose, or you might want to throw in like a mini pochette or something like that to keep your items a little more organized. So as far as the pros and cons of this particular bag, I mean, I wouldn't say there's a whole lot of cons. I guess, for this particular fabrication on it, I could see it, getting a little dirty. It does come, I think, in that like cream color, or at least some of the Teddy ones come in that cream. I could see that one getting, maybe potentially a little dirty. It doesn't have the feet on the bottom, so you do have to be a little bit careful of where you set it if you're setting it down anywhere. And some people might find the fact that it doesn't have any interior organization to be a negative. I personally don't. I very rarely use interior pockets in my bag. So, to me, it's not that big of a deal. I almost always have a mini pochette in my bag, so I can use things there. But the pros are that this is so cute. It fits really nicely crossbody. I love wearing this, especially obviously in the winter. I think, even though it is fabric, if you're out in the snow, I don't know that I would want to be caught like in a torrential downpour with this bag, but a light snowstorm or even a light drizzle is just going to be fine. It's, it's just a fabric bag. It'll dry. But yeah, it's just super cute to carry. It's very lightweight, which I think is another pro for people. And it pretty much fits, all of your kind of daily essentials. So the next bag going up in size here is the mini. Now, I happen to think personally that this bag is a little bit of a misnomer. So I guess maybe because they started, I think, with probably the medium and the large size, that in comparison, this is mini. But when I think most of us think of a mini bag, we probably think of that micro size instead. So again, I would not say that this is a mini bag, but to me, this is a handbag. This is not a tote bag in the traditional sense. I think once you get up into the medium and the large sizes, those are definitely more of a tote style bag and one that I would use as a tote. Whereas this, to me, 100%, especially in this beautiful lilac shade, is a handbag. So again, going over some dimensions, this is 10 inches across by 5 inches in depth and 8 inches high. Now, because this one is in leather, you can see that this one has a leather strap. The other ones would have that same woven strap like I had on the micro. But to go over some of the other options in this bag, like this is the leather one. The leather ones come in at $3.95. They also come in a shiny crinkle type of leather, and those are $4.25. And then finally, they come in the traditional canvas, which is $175. Going over the features, just like the micro, this has the top handles. Obviously, these are a little bit bigger, so you can get it completely on the crook of the arm. That micro, you're not gonna get. It's pretty much hand carry or cross body, but this one you can definitely get on the crook of your arm. It still has that same zip top closure, as you can see, for security. It also has the tab, and you can see it really does stick. You can hear that snap of the magnet. Like I said, this one has the leather crossbody strap and no feet. This does have one interior slip pocket, which I need to find. Clearly I don't use that. Okay, so it has one interior slip pocket here. So this is in the canvas. Hopefully you can, there we go. Hopefully you can see that. So one interior slip pocket, and then this is what they call a card pocket. So, if you live in a city where you take public transportation, like I do in New York, obviously that would be great to put your Metro card there, super easy access, something like that. All of them, with the exception of the micro bag, do have this Marc Jacobs story patch on the back. And then obviously they have, the tote bag, Marc Jacobs, on the front. Pros and cons of this bag. It carries, for me, everything plus the kitchen sink. As it is a handbag to me, I don't consider it really a tote bag. Anything that I would need on a daily basis, whether that be even, a long wallet, but I don't carry those, but you could carry, a long wallet, an agenda, your sunglasses, your AirPods, your keys, your mini pochettes, even a larger, like a regular size pochette accessoire would fit in this. This really carries everything. And obviously in this pebbled leather, it's, very durable. I don't think I would have an issue getting caught in the rain with this particular bag, especially because it does have that zip top closure, so I could keep my contents, safe and from getting wet. Con, doesn't have feet. Again, wish it did. I think that's one thing that if I could, give any suggestions to the Marc Jacobs design team, is to put feet on the bottom of the bags. But, other than that, I don't really see any cons with this particular one. I love the leather ones come with the leather straps, which I think is a nice touch. It definitely elevates it. But yeah, all around, this is a great bag. So in terms of sizes, as we're continuing on, let's talk about the medium next, which I do not have in my collection. So I will be, popping up pictures here. I'll show some people with it, for some mod shots, so you kind of get a perspective of what fits. But the materials that the medium comes in is obviously the traditional canvas, which is $195. The leather version comes in at $450. It comes in a mesh, which I think would make like a great beach bag or, more of a summer kind of tote bag. Those come in at $275. It also comes in sequin, which, to me might be a little much on the sequin, but if you're a magpie at heart and you want a bigger bag, then this would be for you. Those come in at $395. It also comes in that shiny crinkle leather at $495. And then finally, it does also come in a teddy version at $275. Now, the dimensions on the medium-sized bag are 13 inches long, 6 inches deep, and 11 inches tall. Features, again, very similar to the mini size. It's got the top handles. It has an adjustable, removable crossbody strap. Again, depending on which material you're getting will dictate whether you get a leather strap or whether you get a canvas strap. And this one has one interior zip pocket, 2 interior slip pockets, and 1 card pocket. I think from this, from the pictures you're seeing here, I think this is a great sort of everyday tote bag, one that you could maybe use as sort of a handbag slash tote bag. So if you're one of those people that likes, you know, to carry a tote bag to work and you don't want to carry a separate handbag, I think this could be a great option. I like the fact that it's, you know, it's got the crossbody strap on it, so you can still carry it that way, but you could also carry a top handle or on the crook of your arm, depending on how you want to use it. Obviously, you know, it's got the zip top again, so security purposes, I think it's great. You know, I think it just depends on what you're using it for and, you know, what your purpose is as to kind of whether this would be the one that you want to go for. Let's talk about the next in size in my collection, which is this north-south tote bag. So, you know, once again, it still has the traditional, the tote bag Marc Jacobs on the front. It's got the story patch on the back. And the dimensions on this one are 13 inches across, 6 inches in depth, and 14 inches tall. Now, this one only comes in the canvas, and I'm not sure that they're still producing this bag anymore. I believe when I got mine this summer, I want to say it was, I think, $275, something like that. And I was specifically looking for a work bag. If you're new to my channel, I do travel somewhat for work. And so that's the only time I like go into an office and really need this type of bag, or, you know, now if I'm going to like a coffee shop to work or something like that. But the reason why I got this one at the time over the large, which we'll show you in a minute, is specifically because this one has this luggage strap on the back, which when you're traveling, if you don't have a bag like this that has this so it can slide over the telescoping handle of your roller bag, you are missing out on life. Like, this is such a game changer. I don't know why like all tote bags don't have this on the back, because it seriously makes life at an airport like life-changing. So what I love about this particular one, in addition to that, you know, that luggage strap on the back, are some of the other features of this bag. And again, this is why I picked this one over the large back this summer. The one are these two side pockets, which, you know, I've used for water bottles, especially when I'm traveling. Normally, I don't have them in here right now, but normally what I just kind of keep in here on a regular basis, I put my power cord for my laptop, for my work laptop on one side, and then on the other side, I keep some distance glasses. The other features, obviously it's got the, you know, top handles again. You can put this on the crook of your arm, so, you know, if you just want to carry it that way, you can. It's got the adjustable, removable crossbody strap, which also makes travel. Does have, as you can see, the zipper. Now this one does not have, because of these side pockets, it doesn't have that like catcher, but I actually, in this case, tuck the tail end of this just down into the bag, if that makes sense. This also has a zip pocket on the front. Actually, I think, yeah, I've got stuff in there that I normally do. It's pretty deep. It goes the whole, you know, to the bottom of the bag. In here, I've got, you know, an extra charging cable. I've got my badges for both my own work and then the hospital system that I support. I've got like some extra like cigarette adapter chargers. So, you know, when I rent a car, when I'm driving, or when I'm traveling, I've got that in case I need it. So that is what that zip pocket is. So I generally keep, you know, smaller items in there, some pens, etc. And then on the inside of the bag, you can't really see it, but I will take it out. There's actually this removable laptop case. So this is padded. It's really nicely padded. My MacBook Air does fit in here. You're not gonna fit, I think, a traditional laptop in here, or, you know, certainly not a 15-inch, but my 13-inch MacBook Air does fit in this particular one. So that actually zips in and zips out, so you can take it out if you want. But other than that, you know, it's just an open tote bag, which is great because, you know, it allows me to throw my work laptop in there, you know, any agendas that I might be carrying, notebooks, etc. when I am traveling. So yeah, that is the North-South tote. So the newest bag to my collection, in fact, I haven't even taken the tag off of it yet, is the large tote bag. So I'll hide myself because I can't be in this in frame along with this bag. So this is in that like sort of light khaki color. Again, we've got the tote bag, Marc Jacobs, the story patch on the back. You also have the, you know, zipper keeper here. I'll show you here. Attaches like so. The large comes in leather, and that obviously is the most expensive bag in the line, and that is at $5.95. It also comes in a mesh, which again, perfect beach or pool bag at $2.95. And then this canvas version comes in at $2.25. The dimensions of this bag are 17 inches long, if I can hold it up, sorry, 6 inches deep, and 13 inches tall. Features of this bag are far less than some of the other ones. So it does not have the short or shorter top handles that you can, you know, hand carry or on the crook of your arm. This only has these long handles, and the drop here is 9 inches, but you know, it's very easy to get, you know, over your shoulder, but that is the only way that you can wear the bag. Now it does have, as you can see, the zip top, again, for security purposes. So as far as interior pockets, this has this zip pocket here, and then it has 2 slip pockets here, which obviously would be great for your phone. This is not a card pocket, it's just a patch with Marc Jacobs on it. So pros, again, sorry I'm putting it down. It's hard to hold up and talk at the same time. So pros and cons of that one. You know, it is a true tote bag. So most true tote bags do have the longer handles, and it is something that you're generally going to wear, you know, over your shoulder. Crossbody on this size bag would just look kind of ridiculous, frankly. So, you know, some might see that as a con or a pro. I don't really know if I would classify it in either category. I think it is just what it is. Again, a con, this doesn't have feet, especially for the size, and you know, you're going to put that down because you're going to be carrying heavy things in it. The likelihood that you're going to be setting this bag down, especially in canvas, I would prefer to have some feet on it. Pros, obviously it's huge. You can literally fit the kitchen sink in it. I mean, I could probably fit a kitchen sink in this tote bag. You know, it carries everything. It can carry both of my laptops. It can carry all of my purse items. It could carry a scarf and sunglasses and an agenda and notebooks and whatever. I mean, it's a tote bag. It's 17 inches wide, so it's going to fit everything that you need it to fit. And in this particular fabric, because it's canvas, it is very lightweight. So you're starting out with a lightweight bag. So, you know, you obviously can load it up and make it very heavy, but at least you're starting out with a lightweight bag. The leather one, I would be a little afraid of because that one's going to be a pretty weighty bag to start out with. And then when you start putting your items in it, it's going to get really heavy. Another pro, obviously like all of them, is they have the zip top. I think especially on this size tote, it's a great option. A lot of totes on the market don't have zip tops. And so, you know, think of the Neverfull, think of the Goyard St. Louis tote, think of one of the Foray La Page, I don't remember, Daily Battle tote. That doesn't have a zip top. The Moynat, I'll put the name on the bottom of the screen because I can't remember the name, but their sort of version of the Neverfull, again, doesn't have a zip top. So if you're somebody who needs a work tote and, you know, is going to be taking public transportation, having a tote bag that has a zip pocket, I think is invaluable. So I think that is huge, especially on this size bag. is a huge pro. So, okay, so now you have seen all 5 sizes of the Marc Jacobs totes, all the way from the cutie little micro all the way up to the large. Which one do you get? Well, honestly, I think that comes down to what you're using it for. Like I said, I think that the micro and the mini are great handbag size totes, whereas the medium or the north-south or the large are great tote bags, like actual tote bags. So I think we kind of need to split them in 2 categories, right? So we need to look at the micro versus the mini, and then we need to look at the medium, the large, and the north-south separately. So looking at the micro versus the mini, I think it really depends on how much you carry. If you want to carry a larger size wallet and an agenda and your sunglasses and, you know, maybe a water bottle, then you probably should go with the mini because all of that is going to fit in there. The micro is really that kind of just quick grab and go bag that you only need to fit your essentials in. You know, probably not something you are going to carry if you're going to be gone for the entire day. I mean, like for example, I couldn't fit an umbrella in there, but I can fit a small umbrella in the mini bag. So I think those are the things you kind of have to think of when it comes to if you want the micro versus the mini, but I think they are both fantastic bags and I love them both and will definitely be getting at least another micro in my collection. Now, as far as the, you know, sort of more tote bag or more tote use bags, again, I think it depends on your use case. If you are carrying a decent amount of stuff but don't need like the entire kitchen sink with you, I think the medium size is a really good size. You know, it will fit your laptops. It's got the zipper. It does have a crossbody strap, which I think is very useful. And I think at that size, it doesn't look weird. And I just think it's an overall good, good average size tote bag. But, you know, if you do carry a whole bunch of stuff and, you know, you need a bigger tote, then I would say either go for the large, or if you're like me and you're traveling, I would highly recommend that north-south version because I just think it is the perfect travel tote bag. So hopefully this was helpful to any of you who have sort of been toying with the idea or thinking about buying a Marc Jacobs tote and about, you know, which size you should go for, because he just keeps coming out with more sizes and more fabrications. And so there are tons and tons of options to choose from. But hopefully if you can, like I said, categorize them into what the purposes that you're using them for, that will narrow down your selections, I think. So thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, if you haven't subscribed and you want to join us here, click the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you know when I upload a video. And if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help the YouTube algorithm. And wherever you are, I hope you are having an amazing day or evening, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.